Concert. He actually shook my wife's hand twice in the same concert. It was come down my aisle, but been great. But why are we all here? Okay, not listening about Sam Hunt. We're here to learn how to trade today's volatile market. So what I am here to do, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to talk about how to follow hidden strategies to grow your trading portfolio. I know a lot of you here have been, have seen me before, maybe been following me on social media, probably seen some of these things like where is guy Fausto and his traders trading these stocks that are moving up. Like yesterday, I posted the pot stocks and Apple and like it just the list goes on. ABIO, all these stocks that are moving. What's happening with Tesla? What's going on? All these big winners. We're going to talk about those strategies. I'm going to show you those stocks and everything else. But before we get started, hold on. Let me just get a couple of things here and just make sure we got the record up and running and we're broadcasting live on Perfect. All right, good. All right, so really before we get started, everyone, just quick little warning. This is basically just educational only. I'm not going to make any guarantees and promises it's going to work for you. Everything varies from student to student. What I could advise is please be very smart because you can lose a lot of money in the market, if not more you invested. It is very, very speculative. You don't know what you're doing. So please be smart before you make your trades. Now, these are a couple of things we're going to be talking about today. We're going to talk about how to follow the big money. Everyone always wants to know how to follow the iceberg orders, these algorithms, these dark pools. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to show you some of the most important tools that we use in today's trading, best times to trade, also how to be a good roundabout trader by using those tools, how we kind of implement some swing trading into it, because it's not about just being a day trader or a swing trader. It's also, do you want to trade an option on it? Do you want to actually do a long-term trade? All these things, and also talking about so much more, like maybe reading charts the right way. Because I could tell you this, you're going to see that a lot of you guys have been reading charts backwards, and I'm going to prove it to you. Now, the goal is today we're going to talk about is this. I am going to invite every single one of you to see that we practice what we preach. I'm going to introduce you to my hundreds, if not thousands of traders in my room that you're going to visit and see that everything that I teach you here, you're going to see it live for one whole week, okay? And I'm going to save that and show you exactly what it is and how it's going to work. But I don't want to waste your time. I don't want you to waste my traders' time. Let's just see what this is all about before we actually make that investment. And also, if you stick around, I will give you my free book too. Now, what I like to do is go through the live markets really quick. I want to share this with you. And I want to talk about some stocks that are moving, okay? Now, the market you could see right now is basically kind of flat. Over here in the right-hand corner, you can see the Dow Jones is up about 27 points and so on. But there were a couple of stocks that are moving today, okay? And I want to cover them. Now, first of all, did anybody see the stock ABIO? Just give me a chat back. Did anyone see the stock right here? Really nice mover. Stock was up about 81%. You could see here from yesterday, it was gapped up pretty big. But it was nice in the morning. It ran from like 290 and it ran all the way to about 380. What you talking about? That's about $1 move. This is not bad, right? Did anybody see this stock? Susie, you saw it. Okay. Anybody else? Gardner, did you see it? Gene, James, Jonathan, Justin, you didn't see it? Okay. Wow, a lot of J's in here. What about you, Michael? I didn't hear from you. Peter, did you guys see? Ron, you saw it? Okay. Anyone else? No one. That's it. No one saw this stuff. Let's do the math. If you bought 1,000 shares of the stock, okay, and you paid, let's just use simple math. If you bought it at $3 and if you sold it at 320 about 15 minutes later, how much money did you make? From $3 to 320, what'd you make? 20 cents, right? Can everybody write that? Now let's see if you guys could add. If you made 20 cents on 1,000 shares, how much money is that? How much is that? $200, right, Scott? Okay. Is Scott the only one that can add? Bill, 200. Okay. If you do that every day, and I'll help you guys out here with a calculator. 200 times 5 days a week times 52 weeks is about a $52,000 a year. I mean, that's not bad for 15 minutes worth of work. Okay. Now, did we trade it? Of course we did. We if you look at it, we only trade 100 shares of it because I was just doing a training class with my traders. We bought it, sold it at 348, right around here. Okay. So we bought it right around here. We sold it there. And there was another stock we traded too here. This, the VVPR. This one we did pretty well on a 100 share lot. Made about $2.38. Now, if you do the math, look at this stock right here from yesterday. It ran from $1.50 to $4. It ran all the way to a high of 10. Did anybody see this stock? Did anybody trade this stock here? Anyone? 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 Yes, no? Jamie didn't see it. Think about this. This stock ran from $6 this morning, okay, in the pre-market, ran all the way to a whopping $10. Susie said she saw it, but she didn't trade it, okay? Now, if you bought the stock at 7 and you sold it at 8, how much money did you make? 7, sold it at 8. What'd you make? That's right, $1, okay? Now, let me bring my calculator right here. If you bought $1 on 1,000 shares, okay, that's $1,000. Times that, 5 days a week, times 52 weeks, a year, it's about $250,000. Not bad. But I know, everybody wants to trade. They want to see, okay, what's the Fabulous 7 doing? What's NVIDIA doing? NVDA. Oh, it's at 800, 880, went to 900. Oh, but I can't afford that. I want to trade the options. Oh, but what about Apple? I like Apple. I never heard of that stock. Okay, had a nice little bounce. 168 went to 170. Okay, but you had the risk $170,000. Oh, but I know I could trade options. I can't afford that. Do you think it's less riskier just to buy the stock or trade the option? Do you think it's less riskier to just day trade it or do a swing trade? These are things I'm going to teach you right now, because the question you probably need to figure out is, where did you find that stock? Why did you buy it? And most importantly, why did you sell it? And I'm going to tell you why we sold it. I'm going to tell you really briefly, really quick right now. Okay. IBIO is what we're going to talk about. See this little red line right here? Everybody see a little red line right up on top, which says about $4? Okay. Let's see if you guys can answer this question. How do stocks go up and down in the stock market? Can anybody answer that question? How do stocks go up and go down in the market? Justin says big orders. Susie says buyers and sellers. Can everyone just write S&D just to know that you're paying attention? Okay. Remember, I am not here for my health. I am here for one reason and one reason only. Okay. I'm not here to give you free information. I am here to recruit new traders. Okay. I am looking in this room of people that I could train that could be part of my team. If you don't talk, you're wasting your time. You're wasting my time. So by you answering this question automatically lets me know if you know what you're talking about. And if you said buyers and sellers, congratulations, you just passed the first test. Okay. Because that's what I'm looking for. Now, how many of you are not even watching those buyers and sellers? Look what I just showed you right here. This stock literally went up, came up to this red line because there were 64,000 share sellers, 21,000 share sellers, 44,000 share sellers. Look at all those orders. You're talking close to about 150,000 shares looking to be sold in the future. You wondering why the stock went down? That's why it went down. That's why we got out. VVPR. Why did the stock go up and stop going and hit that resistance right around the $10? Because all these orders started showing up. And that's why you're starting to see all these little lines on this heat map pushing it down, 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 down. Oh, you want to talk about Apple? I got Apple. Okay. How about this? This is even better. Why did Apple come all the way down to 166, 168? I don't know. Maybe because there's 161,000 share buyer out there. Why did it pass the 170? It went to 171 because maybe that big seller got done. And now it's coming up to the next biggest seller. Maybe you want to know, well, I'm doing a swing trade. Maybe what is the resistance levels? Well, did you know that? Let me bring this up for you here a little bit quickly. Apple right here. Maybe you want to do a long-term trade and want to maybe do a leap. Why is the stock going from July to December to February? You got big resistances right around 200. Oh, I don't know. Maybe because you got about almost 800,000 share seller out there. Let's think about this for a second. How much smarter and better trade decisions if you were able to know where all the buyers and sellers are? Look at that. No crickets now, right? Everyone's like a lot better, right? How much is that worth it to you? Huge advantage, right, Bill? A lot better, Jamie, right? James makes things so much easier, right? Everything. How many of you now? My next question to you is this: how many of you here trade in the market? Who here trades? Everyone. Good. Everybody did. Oh, good. John, you have good. Scott, everybody. Sandra, perfect. Joe, good. Now, this is my question to you. Do you know where those sellers are and buyers are in the stock that you're in right now? Does anybody here know? See, now, this is why people fail. And this is why I'm here. Okay. And this is what I want to basically talk about. I'm going to tell you how I got started. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. And I want to tell you why I'm here and I need you, because I'm looking for traders that I could train and be part of my team, because you're going to see what I'm about to show you right now is that you guys have been trading blind this whole time. And then hopefully you're all going to come and you're going to come join my trading room and see this live in the market. Now, the way I got started is this. I've been doing this for 30 years. I'm the longest running school in the industry. There was a big article written up about us, a bunch of kids tormenting Wall Street. Back in the early 90s, I was one of those kids living here in New York. I was trained by some of the best traders in the world. Over the years, I started my own school, Cybertrade University, and I've been recruiting traders, almost like a prop trading firm, but we're not. Basically just working with traders, training them, and and eventually my traders move on. Some of the people out there are my students, are my instructors. Now there's thousands of schools. When I started, it was probably only 3 of us. Okay. So I started the first one. Now I compete against every school. I beat every school I competed against. I've surrounded myself with some of the best traders in the industry. They all, great traders learn from great traders. And that's what it's about. But you got to learn how to play the game. And I was very fortunate to live in New York, being the financial capital of the world, because before I was a good trader, I was a big failure. And why? Because I was a self-taught individual. And I know a lot of you here had made that mistake. And hopefully you're not going to make that mistake anymore. Now, if you stick around at the end, I'm going to give you a copy of my book. Okay. Because I feel that by you guys knowing what you're doing, at least you're going to have a fighting chance. That's what it comes about. And that's why I've been featured in some of the biggest news medias in the industry. Now, I've been teaching over past for the 30 years. I've trained people around the world. And what's great about this photo is you're going to notice these people are just like you. Okay. They're engineers, they're border control people, they're first responders, real estate people, doctors, grandmas and grandpas. It's never too late to learn. It's like saying, well, it's too late to go to college. No, it's never too late. Okay. What's too late is that you log out early right now and you don't take what I just showed you in the first 2 minutes, which I basically trained that everybody was reading backwards, because you're too focused on reading on the past. And I need to teach you how to read the future. And the future is following the money. Now, my question to everyone is this here. My question to everybody is, what kind of trader are you? I want to do a poll question. So I don't know if my staff is here because I don't have access to the polls. I think they're doing it. Do I have access to the polls? No. So just out of curiosity, oh, there we go. Thank you very much for sharing that. So everybody, I got a poll up here. Could everyone just tell me, what kind of trader are you? Are you a stock trader, options, futures, Forex? So just kind of get that. Playing has a question. If it's easy to find buyers and sellers, why is so many traders not using it? Pelling, that's an excellent question. Okay. And this is how I answer that question. First of all, who endorses them? Secondly, were they a market maker? All right. You see, everybody comes out with indicators. And if anyone follows me on YouTube or on social media, like on my TikTok or Instagram, indicators only work for long-term traders, and and they're always right. The reason why a lot of people don't use them is to really kind of answer that question is they were never a market maker. Okay, that's basically it comes down to it. So just kind of end this poll. I want to share with everybody. Now, I'm actually a day trader. Now, don't get scared. Day trading is not as speculative as people think it is. Basically, being a day trader helps you become a better swing trader and a better long-term trader and also a better options trader. So thing is this, what makes an option move, because I see a lot of you here are options traders. To be a good options trader, what makes an option move? It's the movement of the stock. Don't you think you need to be a good options trader first before you learn how to be a good options trader? And it's also a lot riskier. And also the other thing is this: if you've been and let me kind of clarify this really quick before we move on. The reason why some of you are here is probably what you're doing is not really working. If you've been doing something for more than 3 months and you're seeing you're not doing well consistently, or you didn't get to that next level, you should be fired. Or the person you hired to teach you should be fired. Okay? Please don't take that in a bad way. But if anyone owns a business and if I had to pay somebody for 3 months and they still can't get it, I'm not going to still pay them for another year. It's a waste of my time. It's a waste of their time. And not only that, they're going to put me in danger. God forbid that person gets hurt. Okay? You get it or you don't. And that's probably why you're here. So let me change the slide. I want to do another one. And my next one is going to be who educated you? Okay, so do I have that one here? I think I do. Here we go. Let me launch this one. So are you self-taught? Did you take paid courses? Do you have a coach? Just out of curiosity, we're going to do a poll on this one too. No, cyber trader does not mean Bitcoin, Renee. Cyber is the internet. That's where I got the name from. All right, so the thing is this. I don't think anybody here would give their money to somebody that never learned finance or even worked at a finance institution. Why would you do that on your own? Okay. To be a good trader, you have to learn from people, and you might need to learn from a few people. So hopefully today kind of shows you that. And hopefully by sharing this poll, you could see how you compare to other people. You could see that trading is literally an 80%, maybe even 90% failure rate. Why would you even be in this business by knowing it's such a big failure rate? Well, the reason why it's a big failure rate is I just showed you. First of all, who trained you? Who endorses them? And secondly, like where did they learn from? You need to learn from people that do it all day long. And that's why I love teaching people. I love teaching people because by teaching everybody to know how to play the game, which I just showed you, and I'll get into more detail about that, is you got to know how to play the game of trading. So let me stop sharing this and let's go have some fun. Let's go into the fun part of it. So let's talk about what's happening. Earnings week. Not really a lot going on. Not like, it's not the quarter, the end of the quarter where we get the fabulous seven, stuff like that. But there are stocks that are moving in the market. Now, you'll see that there's always the magnificent 7 stocks that are moving, but you got to understand something. There are over 20,000 stocks that are traded every day. And just because you got these stocks, you think like, oh, if they're not moving or I'm not in them, and I know they did move, there are things that move every day in the market. So basically, should we start following them? Well, listen, I preferably look at trading as a risk to reward. Why would I go trade and buy a $700 stock, which some of you here probably can't, so you probably trade in the option, or I could buy a stock like VDPR or the stock I just showed you, ABIO, which is a fraction of the cost, because at the end of the day, you're here to make money. That's where it comes down to it. So let's take a look at some of the stocks that we traded so far. Okay, VDPR, beautiful runner. Started right around $1.50, ran to about $7. Not bad for a day's pay. And look what happened. This is just within the first hour between pre-market and the market open. CXAI, ever heard of that one? 9 o'clock this morning, started around 250, ran to 650. If you added and figured out what NVIDIA did over the course of the year, this did it within an hour. Now, where do we find these stocks? Well, if everybody here, I don't know if you're subscribed to any of our social media channels, but we post everything. We have a morning watch list. We got an afternoon watch list. Every one of these stocks are on our watch list. We also have a YouTube channel. Everyone, if you could just click on that YouTube channel. I'm going to bring that up really quick. Here's our YouTube channel. All these stocks right here, you could see it. And if everybody could just go there, please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. We're live every morning. You got all these great videos. We post them every morning. You can see it. How to use Thinkorswim, how to use TradeStation, why I don't use indicators, how to use NASDAQ Book View, all these great videos that are out there. I think you guys are going to really, really enjoy a lot. So please subscribe to that channel really quick. But all these trades, we post them on all our social media networks. Now, let's talk about the Magnificent Four. And why I call it the Magnificent Four? Because these are the top 4 tools you need to be very successful. Okay. And if you don't have these 4, you're obviously trading backwards. Now, finding them stocks are really not that hard. Finding them, I just use a scanner. Everyone here has a scanner. I'm going to bring up, I'm going to bring up the scanner that I have right here. And you see right here, see the scanner? IBIO was the #1 stock. That's the most active stock. You could see it traded 68 million shares, and it's the #1 biggest percentage mover in the market. VVPR is the 8th biggest percentage mover of the market. And that's where you find it. Now, there are a lot of stocks out there that are moving, like BROG, VNDA, ACBC. Oh, by the way, I did do a video on this one too. It's actually one of our most popular videos. I just posted it yesterday, and I don't want to get off, what happened, but I'm going to click over here. It says shorts right here. Does everybody see this video right here? I just posted it yesterday. Pot stocks are soaring today. Okay. You know when that video was posted? Yesterday. Yesterday. Okay. You want to see what happened yesterday? Look at this. ACB was at $4.43. It ran to $5. Where is it now? It's up to $6. That's the video I just posted yesterday. Okay. We post every single day on what's moving and why they're moving. And in that video, by the way, you're going to see, I'm going to show you some really nice iceberg orders. And it just wasn't this stock. It was also CBC was another one that's moving too. This is the other one. It was another pot stock that was moving. CEC, I think it was. But this one's obviously the biggest one that's moving right now. All right. So CGC, that's what it was. CGC. TGC also moved pretty nice. Look at the long-term trade on this stock. $2, $9. Long-term, just what happened yesterday, ran from $7.50 up to about $9. Okay. So anyway, did anybody here trade the pot stocks? How about this? Is any of you here subscribed to my channel on YouTube? Did anyone see the video that I posted on that one yesterday? Justin, you saw it? John, you saw it? Sandra, you saw it? Good. Perfect. Not yet. I'm watching your trading room. Okay. Just subscribe today, Renee. Okay, good, good. Not yet. We'll go watch it. I mean, I'll just play really quick. And you know what? We could hear it. Listen. Making a very, very big run this morning. But are there other stocks out there in the pond industry that's still making moves? We have to break this 35,000 share seller. Is it still going? Seller got executed. It's starting to make a big run. It looks like CGC has hit its major resistance right around 9. What could stop it? Definitely has to do with all these sellers here at $8.80 and $9. Look at that big fat red line. Doesn't matter what you trade, as long as they're going up and the buyer's getting executed, that's all that matters. Follow the big orders. All right, so I just wanted to play that quick video on so you guys could see what we actually do all day. Let's get right back to the training part of it. So how did we find those stocks? How do I know they were moving? Going through the scanner. Second, how do we know this? Having a game plan with the stock market, how do we do that? We have to follow the big orders. I just showed you that video, how we use the iceberg orders, and I showed you in the beginning. Now, have any of you followed me and saw me on NASDAQ? I do a lot of presentations for NASDAQ. Just kind of bring this up really quick for you here. Here's a couple of quick videos of me. Actually, I just posted this one here. Let me bring this one up here, right here.
20 years ago, after watching the movie Titanic. Okay, I should go watch that movie. Very sad movie. I definitely recommend it. What happened to Titanic? It hit an iceberg, and the thing is, everybody was focused on the pretty of the ship and the bubble water. They didn't realize it's not what's on bubble water; it's the bottom of the water. Icebergs are really big, so what happened? It crashed and sunk. So what we're looking for is big iceberg orders, which we call, some people call them big block orders, but when you see a big order, it's called an iceberg order. So now we're looking at a 2890. And we're looking for a resistance. Once again, stocks going higher, we need to focus on the next resistance level.
So basically that video right there, and I'm just kind of showing you really quick, is I'm almost kind of, you would say, a spokesperson for the NASDAQ, because they want you to know how to use the exchange, okay? Understanding how to place bids and offers and seeing where those orders are. I had to pay $1,000 a month for this product. Today, you get to pay, it's basically almost free, okay? Why? Because the exchanges know the reason why people fail is because brokerage firms are trading against you. And it's time to stop having them do that. And it's time to see where the orders are. Now, I want to go over a couple of those features. I'm going to show you how valuable it is. And then I'm going to show you where to get it. Now, how do we use NASDAQ? How do we use these exchanges? How do we find these, what we call iceberg orders, these institutions, the algorithms, the dark pools, the Goldman Sachs's, the BlackRocks? This is how you do it. Here we're looking at a stock that's coming down. You can see how it's trending down. It hits $45. Once it hits $45, hold on, let me get my pointer so you guys can follow along. Hits $45, stock goes to 51. Why did it stop at 45? I'll tell you why. This is Reddit. Reddit just went public. Right here at 45, you could see 125,000 share buyer out there, right? You know how much money that is? Do you know how much? I mean, look at all the orders out there. 600, 1,500, 1,000. This is a lot of shares. And there are about 110,000 shares. What happened when it hit 45? It went back up. You want me to show you? I'm going to bring you Reddit up again. Look at this. Reddit here. Does everybody see that trend line? Where's that trend line? What number is that trend line hovering around? Can anybody tell me? It went public just a couple of days ago. It started around like 60, went right down to what number? Thank you very much, Scott. Congratulations. You just passed test number 2. Penling, you passed number 2. Anyone else? Lee, I didn't hear from you. Did you fail? What number are we looking at? Renee, you're right. Right around there. Right around, give or take, about 45. Okay? Look what happened here. Draw a trend line. Right around that 45, look what happened. Stock hit 45, came back up, started again, ran back up to 51. Okay? Why is that? Because of the big buyer out there. No problem, Bill. That's fine. Can't see it on your phone. Sander, you talk about the Trump stock. Yeah, I did a video on that one too, but I only have about another 15 minutes to go. All right, I can't show you them all. The DJT, yeah, that I did. You know what? Go on my YouTube channel. I did 2 videos on that. How to trade it before it was DWAC and it went to DGT. And I think you're gonna fall off your chair when you see that one. But anyway, getting back to what I was trying to show you is what makes support levels. Support levels are made by buyers. What makes the resistance levels? Sellers. What is the resistance level right there? There's the video. Thanks for sharing that, Rich, Greg. 270. Why did the stock coin back off at 270? because of this 92,000 share seller out there. Now, if I go to the real markets, bring up coin. You want to look at long term? Look what happened at long term. There's that resistance level we just pointed out. Let me make this a little bit closer so I see a little bit better. See it right there? If you didn't have a game plan, even long term, now the stock dropped all the way down to 137. So you see how having a game plan and knowing where orders are going to help you? All right. Now let's go on some of the stocks that we traded this week. Here's a stock, SMCI, big runner up, little expensive stock, $900. Listen, you might not want to trade it, but as much as it works on inexpensive stocks, it works on expensive stocks too. 75,000 share seller. I mean, buyers sitting out there. You could see it right there. 103 orders. Look what ended up happening. Hit 185 over the course of the day. Hit it, went back to 180. Hit it at 160, went back to 175. The only reason why the stock is not breaking that big support level is because of that buyer out there. Let's go look what happened the next day. Not only did it test it, that stock shot up from 960 and it went all the way to almost $1,100. Okay, why? Because do you know what 75,000 times $960 is? Hell, it's not. It's a hell of a lot more than the buyers at 100 shares. I can tell you that. Now, who here owns Bitcoin? I saw we said a couple of people here that traded Bitcoin. Anybody trade Bitcoin? Some of you? Okay. All right. Anyway, you don't got to trade Bitcoin. There's stocks out there. The reason why Bitcoin took a big run is because BlackRock got the approval. Now, I want to go back to my videos really quick here. And I'm going to go back to my shorts. Hold on a second. My homepage. And your channel. There we go. All right. So here on my channel right here, I want to scroll down. And there's a couple of videos here that are actually, I'm sorry, go on the long-term videos. Because right around here, latest videos. Right here. So when I get around, I did a speaking at NASDAQ Trade Talks with Jill. And I don't know if anybody watches the show, but I'm on that show once a month. And I was talking about Bitcoin back in November about this, that BlackRock is, coming out with this ETF. And you can look at some of the shorts right here too. You could see right here that I even covered it here also talking about Bitcoin. I think it's right here where it talks about some of the Bitcoins that I did here on what made these stocks, the rumors out there on that, how that Bitcoin made a big run. But the reason why it ran also is that it's an ETF, IBIT. And you could see how the stock took off. So you don't have to trade Bitcoin not to trade the market, because not only did Bitcoin had that big run up, but so did Coinbase. All right. Thank you very much. There we go. There's the link for you guys to watch it. Now, the thing is this. Here, you'll notice that there's a big buyer of 127,000 shares, because some of you might think about like, well, I don't trade Bitcoin, but you could trade the stock. You could have traded the ETF. I know people trade ETFs all the time. And you could see that order all the way down here. There's 45 shares out, 45 orders out there for 127,000. And you're trying to figure out, why is the stock having a tough time? Does not want to break $38. The reason for that is because of that big buyer out there. What do you think happens when the market opened up? Boom, stock went to 40. So you don't have to trade Bitcoin, even though maybe you don't believe in it, whatever, but you could still trade the market. And that's the beauty of it. All right, so here's another one right here. So let's focus on the resistance levels now, right? I mean, think about it. Stock goes up. Got to have a game plan to get out. Well, There's only one way to know where to get out. Can anybody tell me? Where do you think we need to get out? What is going to help us to get out of the position? You can say iceberg orders. Helling said 40. No, that's not the right answer. I'm gonna ask this question one more time. And I asked you before. And if you fail this question, I'm going to give you the best advice. Quit trading. Okay? How do stocks go up and go down? How could everyone answer this question? There's almost 100 people in here. If you can't answer the question, I'm going to do you the biggest favor that will save your life and save your account. Quit trading. Buyers and sellers. Okay? It's the easiest question. So we just witnessed. What do we learn? We're the sellers. Okay, we're coming up to a big seller down here for 107,000 shares at $40.65. What do we think is going to happen when we get down to that? First of all, would you want to own a stock coming up to 107,000 share seller when everyone else is showing 2,800, 2,000, 4,000? It's following the money, fellow traders. Who do you think is going to be able? Who do you trust more? A Fibonacci? A MACD? A 200 moving average? Or 107,000 share limit order? It's already out there trying to get out of the position. What do you think is going to happen next? Damn right. Hit it, came crashing down. Now, don't tell me that you've been in positions that you owned, and then you're like, damn it, why did that thing go down on me? I'm sitting here like, it looks like it was going up great. The stock is going up beautiful. What the hell just happened? Because you didn't follow the money. That's what it came down to it. Let's look at another one that was pretty big that moved up, Nordstrom's, my wife's favorite store. Nordstrom's came with an announcement that they're looking to go private. They're looking to buy back their stock. Okay, well, how much? How much the higher is it going to go? I don't know, but I know one thing. I got to deal with a person that wants to get out of 76,000 shares at 1932. I don't care because some people, they said they're going to pay 30, 40, $50. Okay, maybe it'll go to 30. I don't know yet. Let me get through this 1932 first. Because guess what? What do you think ends up happening when it hits that big seller? Down. That's what ends up happening. You need to follow the orders. That's why Cyber Trading University has been around for 30 years. And I know that one person asked me why a lot of people don't talk about it as much as I do. Okay. I don't know why. I can only tell you this. Were they a market maker? Did they work as a trader for a brokerage firm like I did? Listen, just because somebody has a little niche, don't tell me that people don't get lucky. Okay. Don't tell me, oh, let me see my next millionaire person. I don't care about that. How does that help me? How many of you here were influenced and watched a video because a guy's got a stack of cash sitting on his Lamborghini? You know, or you have somebody that's flying on his private jet. How does that help you? Okay. Do you know how many kids I know right now that blew me out of the water, made a fortune? Okay. Made money on GameStop. You know GameStop? Okay. You know how many people I know that made a fortune on Bitcoin? Kids that made a fortune on it. Okay. You know where they are today, some of them? Huh. Exactly. It's not about making it big. It's about being very consistent. That's what it's all about. It's all about being, you don't got to make a killing. I am looking for traders that just want to survive. Okay. Just want to make a day's pay. We're not trying to, I don't need to see the nightclubs and the fancy cars. By the way, if you ever see that, please run away. That is totally, I don't know if the person has an egotistical problem or they're just trying to show off that they make more money than you. I don't like that. I don't like to show off. I mean, I don't think it's right. I think that everyone should be on the same playing field because the only way you could train people is you got to be very, you got to be on the same, same level. That's why we never really talk about money in our trading room. Marino says, could we send the link over to over the links? Yeah, absolutely. We're going to send it to you again. Could you send them the links again? All right. So let's talk about a breakout really quick. So here we have JDW. So we got this big seller, 76,000, which we talked about as a big resistance, right? But what ended up happening, somebody could buy it. We see stocks break it all the time. What do you think happens next? Stock goes to 20. So can stocks break and get passed through iceberg orders? Sure you can. Sure you can. I heard of an icebreaker, but not every boat's right. Seller resistance levels get broken all the time. Someone could be like, oh yeah, I'll buy the 76,000 from you. How do you know that? Got to have level 3. Now, who here wants NASDAQ Book Viewer? Who here wants to get it? Who here would love to trade with this and have this platform? All right. All right. So this is what I want you guys to do. I'm going to send you a video. First of all, here's my email address. Okay. Write down my email address right now, because I don't know who you are, where you came from. I know I have people all over social media watching this video because we're broadcasting live. Take down my email address, Fausto PSCTU Corp, and says, Fausto, send me Book Viewer. Send me the video on Book Viewer. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you to you, and I'm going to tell you, this is not my platform. Okay. I don't work for NASDAQ. Okay. They don't pay me for this. I don't make any commission on it. I'm only here to save your ass. Okay. I used to pay $1,000 a month for this. Today it costs $15. That's all it costs. You can't afford $15 in trading. You should not be trading at all. Okay. I'm just telling you right now, fellow traders, $15 right from the exchange. This is what the market makers use. When you watch the financial stations on TV, when you see CNBC and you see the traders on New York Stock Exchange, we think they're looking up on the ceiling. They're not looking at some Mr. Bollinger Band or a Schenken indicator. They're looking at orders. You know it. I know it. Here's your opportunity to get it. Take my email address. I'll send it to you, and then we'll move on forward. A couple of questions. Why some of you so far? Why are you giving us knowledge away, recent traders, instead of becoming the richest man yourself? Listen, some of the greatest mentors share their ideas with everybody. I told you why I'm here. I'm here to I didn't answer that question better. I'll even answer it right now. I am only as good as the people I surround myself with. Okay. I am here to look for traders that could be part of my team. That's what I'm looking to recruit people like you. If you want to be part, the way I became successful is I had to work for somebody and surround myself with traders. That's the reason why I'm here. Okay. So when I jump into my trading room, I have hundreds of traders in there. Whenever I'm interested, I don't go out and trade blind like some other people. Like, oh, let me turn my computer on. Let me just trade and see how it goes. Yeah, I can get away with it, but there might be two heads are better than one. And someone would say, hey, Fausto, I know you're looking at this stock, but oh my God, this thing is taking off. There's a huge iceberg order. There's no AI that could do that for me. Okay. So that's really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people I could train and could be part of my team. And I'll show you the team right now. Okay. Here's my team. Here's my team right here on the left-hand side. These are all the traders right here. 178 traders are in there right now. I am looking for you to be part of this team. And you can see all the chat right here. You can see all the alerts. This is what I'm going to invite all of you guys to be in. Every one of you are going to get a sample of what it's like to be part of it, where we do live audio commentary and everything else. But hopefully that answers that question. All right. So the next thing I want to talk about, because we're almost done here, because I know everyone's probably getting anxious. Okay, Fausto, how do I get into the trading room? You just told me how to get the Book Viewer. Oh my God, I got tons of emails that just came across. Hold on 1 second. What we got here? Do a couple of shout outs right here really quick. Mike, I got your email. No problem. I'll take care of that. Cindy, I got yours. You're more than welcome. Who else we got here? Greg, I got yours. JJ, I got yours. Don't worry about it. I'll send it to you. No problem. I got all your emails. I see a bunch of you just sending an email right now. Thank you. All right. So you want the email again? Yeah, it's right here. Let me put it in the chat room too. Fausto P at ctucorp.com. There you go. All right. Now there's a video that comes with it. Watch the video. It'll show you exactly step by step how to purchase it, because the problem with this system is they don't really do a good job of giving you good defaults. I want to give you good defaults on it. Now, next question people always ask me, what about level 4? Okay, so level 4 is more of a heat map. It does cost more money. I'm not here to sell it. Okay, I don't want anybody to buy it, but there are other exchanges out there. So the NASDAQ does about 50% of the volume in the market. This one will do about 70 to 80%. There are other exchanges out there. Now, what's nice about it, I'll go to the live markets really quick and show you what we're talking about. So what I like to do really quick is I want to pick a stock from somebody. Anyone, just give me a stock. And I'll show you how we use level 3 and level 4. All right. Let me just X out something here. So everybody just give me a stock over here, and I'll pick someone's stock here. Oh, obviously everybody picks this one. Tesla. I know Tesla got crushed, right? Everybody knows Tesla. Let's look at Tesla really quick. So Tesla, if you look right here, you could see it. It's got some big support levels right around here on the long-term chart, right? Everybody see that right there? And as I work my way up, you got resistance levels right around this 185. You got resistance levels right around here at 202. Yeah, right around here, around 205. But it hasn't been doing good in the past year, right? Okay, so I am going to add a couple of things here. Does anyone here use indicators? Anybody use indicators? What indicators you guys use? Oh, obviously moving average. MACD. Okay, let's get that one. Did I got one here? Yeah, I got MACD. Anybody else? RSI. I mean, okay, anything else? There's just so many of them out there. The VWAP. Okay, I'll put that one in there. Okay, I think that's enough, right? All right, so do you see this, what we're looking at right here? All right. I want you to look at this. Can you guys tell me where support levels, where the big, actually, could you tell me where the buyers are on Apple? I mean, on Tesla? Where are the big buyers? Can everybody see it right here on the right hand? This is where it's a current order book. Where are the big buyers? Yeah, follow the red line, right? You got a 455,000 share buyer at 160. You got another 400,000 share buyer at 150. When we go up here on top, it's not that much, about 200,000 at 200. Okay, now let me move this over here and look where we saw the trend lines. What is easier to read? The one on the left or the one on the right? What do you think is easier? Because I see support levels there at 160. I don't need the VWAP and the MACD and everything else. I mean, listen, I don't know what that means in a way of, other than it's calculating with all these formulas, but you can't BS me with the 444,000 share buyer. All right. You see how some of you here are trying to pretend to be analysts? It's stop to be analysts. It's time to be a trader. So this is what I'm looking to do for everyone. I already gave you my link for my YouTube channel. Okay. So there's some great videos for you guys to learn. And please, everybody, make sure you like them. Give us a thumbs up, ring the bell, and subscribe to the channel. Another thing I do want to point out is that look at our reviews at Google. We got a 5-star rating on Google. You probably will never see that in anybody in the industry. Anyone here took training? Do yourself a favor. Look at the reviews on the Google reviews. Okay. And not only that, and like I said, we're on everything: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. But another thing that you'll notice that you might not hear from any other school is look how many brokerage firms that were endorsed by Benzinga, NASDAQ, Metastock, Charles Schwab. I've done presentations to them for so many years. Tasty Trade. Tom Sosnoff is going to be here next week at Cybertrade University. Tradier, Bookmap. I mean, Thinkorswim. These are just to name a few. Ask your broker, whoever trained you, are they endorsed by any of them? Have you ever seen them on any of these TV stations? Believe me, be careful what you read on the internet because these people did it for you. If they're endorsing us, that should tell you that they've done their homework because they wouldn't want Cybertrain University to come do presentations for them if we're teaching people, if we're lying and cheating. Okay. So remember, if you know what you're doing, you'll be a client theirs forever. That's what they want. So to be a successful trader, you got to learn before you can earn, traders. And this is what I'm looking to do for today. I want to invite all of you to come to my trading room. Now, I don't know who you are, where you came from, and I'm not looking for free people. All I'm asking for is $9 as an application fee to get into my trading room. All you need to do is take your phone, turn the camera on, scan that QR code, or click on the link that you see that's in the chat room. That's all you need to do. Now, this is what you're going to get for $9, okay? You're going to get daily commentary with me and my instructors. You're going to get access to full chat room of the trading room. This is the original chat room. I know some of you have been in other trading rooms. Well, guess what? I started the original one. This is the first one that's ever been in the industry. Here's your opportunity to taste that first one, okay? By the way, where do you think they learned it from? Next, we have a consistency of trading rooms, of traders talk, professional traders that are going to be there all day long. We're also going to have workshops for you that we're going to give you because I can't teach you to trade within an hour. I just basically just sparked your interest. This is what you're going to get, everything for $9. And all you need to do is click on that link and scan that QR code. Now, as a bonus, I told you I'm going to give you my book and one more last big bonus, which is priceless. If you register right now, I will personally give you a phone call after a couple of days in the trading room after I see you in the room. If I don't see you in the room, I'm not going to talk to you, okay? I need you to see and learn from other traders if people actually make money doing this. Because remember, this is not the Fausto show, okay? This is we are a team as traders, and you need to see that if other people are making money doing it. And the only way you're going to see that is by being in the room. And then I'm going to interview you and see if this is something that if this is something that you might be qualified to do or not. Because please don't take this the wrong way. A lot of you really don't qualify to trade. And you'd rather have someone tell you point blank, listen, I know there's a lot of schools out there and they all want to sell you a training course, okay? Well, wouldn't it be nice them to be honest with you first if you should be taking that course? Because how many courses do people take and then finally realize, like, damn it, I should never took this course. It wasn't my style. First of all, I don't even like it. Well, you got to always drive it first before you, and you got to have any of you ever spoke to the person you took a class with, for crying out loud? Here's your chance. I've been in your trading room since last Friday, every day, telling good. I'm glad you've been there, and you must be unbelievable. You saw some pretty cool stuff Friday. Well, market was closed on the other day, but other than that, it was pretty good the day before that. Does your trading mentoring work with AI types of markets like futures and crypto? We do cover it, Justin, but you know what? We really kind of focus more on the stock market because when you turn on the financial stations, whatever, they all talk about the stock market, okay? I know I saw half of you here talking about, options. I don't know about you guys, but like when you turn on the TV, how often they talk about options? You want to be a good options trader, you have to be a good stock trader first. It's the movement of stock that makes an option move, okay? Now, I got a lot of you register. Now, listen, when you register, okay, in that week program, it's going to ask you 5 questions. Please let us know a little bit about you. Have you taken training before? Have you ever used level 3 before? All that stuff. And then there's going to be another page that you're going to book an appointment to get your one-on-one training. If you don't know a time, just pick any time, okay? Because they're going to sell out fast. And then by today, the latest tomorrow, you're going to hear from one of my staff members, and they're going to confirm that time zone with you. And then you'll be able, if you want to change, you could change it then. But please just lock in that time before you do that. A couple of questions coming across here. Actually, John Simon, it's got your registration for Cooper City, Florida. I was just in Florida this week. Look at so beautiful weather, thank God. Joe P from Texas just got your registration. Welcome aboard. I just see a bunch of people just starting to register right now. Does now, do you have any other questions coming across here? How much money do I need to trade? That's a good question. $9. That's all you need. That's all you got to worry about. You're not here to trade. You're here to watch. You want to see that if it's for you or not. You're doing an orientation. Okay. Anyone ever go to college? Maybe you took your kids to college. You think they just said they signed me up for a $70,000 school? You know, apply to it. Don't you ever do orientation? Did you want to go see the school first before you actually and go through a tour and meet the students and everything? This is what we do here. Renee's question, is this for beginners? Absolutely. I don't care your experience and what you learn from. This is mainly, I've trained hedge funds people because all they know is numbers. They don't know orders. So listen, I'm up to 10 already. Come on, there's almost 100 people in here. That's it? 10 people registered? I don't know what the other 40 of you guys are doing. Wanda, I just got your registration from Charlotte, North Carolina. Welcome aboard. Look forward to training you. Looking good to hear you. Mike, I got your registration. I wasn't hearing you chatting, but I see you registered. Good to see you in there. Who else we got here? Leonardo P. I just got your registration for Norwich in upstate in New York, just like me. Good. I'm already with this year. I'm coming back to listen when I clear things up on my desk. I'll listen to music. All right, Phil. I forgot we do have some students here. Okay. I'm from India. How do I trade the U.S. market? Well, listen, we have a few people that are in India in there. I know there are online brokerage firms like I think Interactive Brokers. You could trade with them, but you can trade the U.S. markets. I know a lot of people. We have a lot of Canadians that are in here. A lot of people from Germany are in here, London, England, because with the language barrier, it actually works pretty well with them. And everyone wants to trade the U.S. markets because that's basically what we're built on. That's why a lot of people like it here. All right, any other questions? Guys, $9. That's it. I am not going to charge you. Next question person asked me, what is it after 7 days? $0. We're not going to charge you a penny. And guess what? I'm going to even do a bonus for you. If you don't like it, I'll give you your money back. Okay, I don't need your $9. Okay, I am only asking for $9 is because that just proves to me you're a real person. I don't know where you're from. I don't know if that's your real name or not or whatever, but I don't think anyone here would have anyone work for them without filling an application. Okay, so that $9 just tells me if you're a real person or not. I know everybody here would just love to get in the room, but that's not what we do. I've done that before and it was chaos. No problem, Bill. You're more than welcome. He's jumping off and get back to work. That's why we ended it for about an hour. So fellow traders, I got to go. I want to get to my traders. Couple of more minutes. Any last minute questions before everybody, we call it a day? Don't forget, fill out that question. If you also need to get the book viewer, email me so I could send you that video. Also PSCTU Corp. Okay. A few more people getting registered right here. Renee. Oh, there you are, Renee. Just got your registration. You're from California? Beautiful. Robert H. Is that you? You're from California too? I got your registration too. Welcome aboard. Good to see you. All right. And by the way, I'll just show you their names. Here it is. I won't show you anything else. That's Robert. You can see it right there. Renee, Wanda, I see them coming in. So what else we got? Jamie, great presentation. Well, thank you very much, Jamie. Leonardo, I speak Italian. Io parlo italiano un poco, calabrese. I'm first generation Italian. My dad, listen, I didn't show you that video, Leonardo, but my dad taught me something very important. He said when he came to this country, he said, listen, it's the opportunity, there's some great opportunity if you do very well. And he said, listen, find something you enjoy that pays a lot of money. But before you do that, make sure you learn from the best people in the industry because, and no matter what the cost is or what's going to cost you, because the only way you're going to learn is you have to surround yourself with people that are very good at what they do because those are the people that succeed and that's why they're there. I don't care how much a jerk the person is. I don't care how they treat you, you know, but because at the end of the day, the reason why they're there and successful because they're good at what they do. Okay. So thank God that I took his advice the second time around. The first time I didn't listen to him. Second time around, I listened to him. And what I've learned on the first day in the job, I should have never made my first trade. Okay. And thanks to my dad, because if it wasn't for him, he wouldn't have told me that. And that's why I'm here. I'm not your father, but I'm here to give you that advice. You want to learn how to trade? You got to surround yourself with good traders. You have to surround yourself that has a great reputation, that's endorsed by people, that has a very good reputation on the internet, has been around for a long time, and it's only going to cost you $9 right now. That's all it's going to cost you. Trading is one of the greatest jobs in the world. A lot of you have been through COVID. You saw what happened in COVID. A lot of people got into the market. They did phenomenal. Guess what? Most of them lost it all because they had bad money management skills. Okay. Here at Cyber Trade University, I want to leave you off this one last thing before everybody goes. We don't teach you how to make money. Then what's the sense of being here? No. We teach you how to stop losing it. You have to learn how to lose first before you could win. And that's where people make their mistake in trading. You want to learn how to trade? Let's fix that first. Let's see why you didn't get out of that loss. Let's see why you didn't sell it before that iceberg order was out there. Once you figure that out, the winners take care of themselves. With that said, fellow traders, thanks for listening. Look forward to teaching you all. Make sure you book your appointment. Look forward to talking to everyone. And if you didn't sign up, don't worry. But hopefully I'll see you in the next upcoming one. Just do your homework. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and watch some of the videos. And hopefully we'll see you here again. Thanks for listening, everyone. See you all in the trading room.